Hello, it's Erica Jean and we're behind the scenes at Riverside Festival with United by Sadness. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Yes, here we have Oleg.
I'm Oleg, I'm a percussionist.
Hi, I'm Dimitri Vincent and I play bass.
I'm Daniel K. I play and sing.
I'm Sasha, I'm doing the same.
And you play a lot of instruments and you're all from quite eclectic different musical backgrounds. So what styles of music inspire you?
My main passion was always 70s, 60s, Jefferson Airplane, Patti Smith, Velvet Underground.
Well, I really like modern psychedelic folk. That's kind of reviving.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It always seems to cycle back as well with genres. They seem to have, like, punk is back in as well now. So it's really nice to see that people, generations on, get to have it come back again. What about
I
you?
guess, we have the similar influences, like with Sasha and you, like 50s and 60s and 70s rock music, like the Rolling Stones, the Beatles. I also like quite eclectic stuff, like double bass,
Yeah.
with the flat wound strings, and it gives that sort of nice sound, I guess. So yeah, vintage, warm sound, that's for me. Yeah.
Well, as for me, it depends on the season. Sometimes I like to be inspired with jazz music. Occasionally I like to be inspired by Latin American music. Very often folk music from different countries.
Yeah.
I absolutely adore the challenges they show. Sometimes it sounds simple, but when you start playing that music, you realize how complex, but still how fascinating it can be. So different seasons, different influences, but altogether, I hope it gives me power and wish to perform on stage.
Yeah. And speaking of, I'd love to talk about Music Saves the World and that amazing event that you did.
I think it's a great initiative made by Maria Samushkina. She's a promoter now in London, and she gathered up collectives to raise knowledge of people of what is happening in the world, that actually the war is happening, but the collectives that were playing there, they were playing for the peace.
I think it's so good to use your music for good as well.
Yeah.
We've got a platform and it's nice to see that it's being used for doing good for someone else and raising awareness for what is important. You've all had kind of various careers in Europe, and what made you come together and how did that start?
Obviously.
Yeah.
No, actually it's a joke, but it's a half joke.
Yeah.
We found ourselves here due to very sad events in the world, like war. That's our way of surviving, I think, and overcoming.
For me as well, but actually it was cool because Maria Samushkina, she had a festival, like a pre-Music Saves the World, that was like her kind of house party festival where we actually all met, and we just played for that festival without the name United by Sadness. It came a bit later, but it was just a year ago, and now we're here already at Riverside Festival, so I think that's great. Yeah, it's great that sad events actually made us, pluck up courage and gather up all together and dedicate ourselves to this music, so it's very important.
And I think, as a lot of people say, music is a universal language as well, so the ability to bring people together through music and find something that unites us together is such a powerful thing. I think you can really hear that in your music as well, and the fact that you play so many different instruments. I want to talk to you as well about your keyboard. Like, what an amazing instrument. So how did that come about?
Well, during COVID I was listening a lot of music and I was watching a lot of music video, and I saw the guy playing somewhere in Latin America, and he had this instrument, and the second I heard this instrument I wanted that. And I spent a great deal of time trying to find these keys. It took me 3 months to figure out how to attach these keys to the board so it gives this particular sound. But since then, it's always with me. And I just like experimenting with different materials, including the keys.
Yeah.
Coming through the right, the body coming through the right. Shirley, her petticoat coming through the right. Jenny's out for the body, Jenny seldom dry. Shirley, her petticoat coming through the right. Jenny Bell, me the body coming through the right. Jenny body, kiss the body, make the world cry.
Do you all have a favourite instrument that you play on stage? Because you all play multiple.
For me, voice.
Voice for Sasha. For me, I like to take any instrument.
Well, actually, I used to be a drummer, so I kind of play drums, bass, guitars. I wouldn't say that I don't have a main instrument, but I guess it's probably bass and drums. Yeah, and also I want to add something. Oleg plays really interesting jar that makes a really flowing wave of sound. You know, pew, pew. Just want to point that out. It's amazing.
Morning, boring, coping with myself. Morning, horror, crawling from myself.
Tell me how you feel. I'll still be with you. Don't be afraid. I'm not going away.
Through this band, you've only been going, quite recently. What made you start booking your own shows? How, if you were starting off as an artist, how would you book your own shows? Because I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with when you're starting out in a new band, even though you've got previous experience, but starting and establishing that brand, how would you go about it?
It's awful. It's awful. Well, it's like, I think I found now balance in that I totally understood that it's absolutely worth it to write to festivals.
Yeah.
You just need to know personally someone, and that's the only time it ever works. The problem there is that online representation of the artist doesn't really work with how they look offline, and now no more of ARs are coming to the concert. Well, it's like a rare thing, but we have our ARs. We have Lee Christian, we have Maria Samushkin now. We hope to find some more. We're great that we are on your channel, so it's also
and
working.
if
like,
you're listening.
Yeah, so, yeah, and people listening. Thank you so much. So it's really about. I think music is about the people's contact, and online works maybe very rarely. So it's just like one of the tools, but it shouldn't be the only one, So that's my personal thing that, just do your music and try to play for the people. That's the only thing that we can do.
Yeah, and I think it is best word of mouth as well, because people trust you when you talk to people.
Yeah.
So I think coming to a festival like this, where you meet so many people and you physically hear them perform, and you know what they're like in person, and you get a feel, don't you, of the kind of person they are, and you're like, okay, I resonate with this music, I resonate with this person.
Yeah, I think another festival starts when somebody in the crowd says, well, like maybe I should tell about these guys to like one of my friends who are connected with some venue or another like little festival, a bigger one. And there was actually a funny story, like for me, coming from St. Petersburg, Russia. We were promoting our concert, playing like busking in the underground, and we saw a guy there who came to our concert. He got so inspired, and then he actually told us about his friend that invited us to like the biggest venue in town to play. So it's like, so it just works like that, and it's a pure luck, I guess.
Yeah, it's true. You never know who's listening though.
Yeah.
And there's times where shows there's only 15 people in the crowd, but one of that 15 could be the person that you need to take that next step. So I think it's really great that you come out here, and I think for anyone listening that wants to try and get into music, it's a really good example of you guys coming out here.
Yeah, it's a very hard way, I should say.
Yeah.
Like you should always find balance, find kind of peace with yourself when nothing works. But you should always look inside of your music and find some calmness there, find some like inspiration still. That's the only thing that's gonna save you, really.
Yeah.
Because it's all for the art. Art and music, it just wants beauty.
Yeah. And I think your music is beautiful. I think you have created that atmosphere. But it was absolutely lovely to talk to you all. Thank you so much. And I'm glad we're united in happiness now. Thank you.